The moon hung high in the inky black sky as I gripped the steering wheel tightly, my knuckles turning white. The desolate road stretched out before me like a ribbon of darkness, winding through the dense forest. It was past midnight, and I had made the foolish decision to drive alone through this remote part of the country. Little did I know that my journey would soon become a nightmare. The trees loomed large on either side of the road, their gnarled branches reaching out like skeletal fingers, ready to snatch me away. The silence was deafening, broken only by the occasional hoot of an owl or the rustle of leaves in the wind. My heart pounded in my chest, the sound echoing in my ears. As I continued down the road, a sense of unease settled over me. The headlights of my car sliced through the darkness, but their feeble glow seemed to be swallowed by the night. Shadows danced on the periphery of my vision, playing tricks on my mind. I felt as if I was being watched, but whenever I glanced in the rearview mirror, there was nothing but emptiness staring back at me. Suddenly, a figure emerged from the darkness ahead. I slammed on the brakes, my car screeching to a halt. A man stood in the middle of the road, his silhouette illuminated by the dim glow of the headlights. He wore tattered clothes, and his eyes gleamed with an eerie intensity. My pulse quickened as I cautiously rolled down the window. "Are you okay?" I called out, my voice trembling. The man stared at me for a moment, his gaze piercing through my soul. "Help me," he whispered, his voice a haunting echo in the night. Without thinking, I unlocked the car doors, and he climbed into the back seat. The smell of decay filled the air, making my stomach churn. I forced a smile, trying to hide my unease. "Where are you headed?" I asked, my voice faltering. He didn't respond, his eyes fixed on something outside the window. I followed his gaze and saw a dilapidated house standing in the distance, barely visible through the thick fog that had suddenly enveloped us. The hair on the back of my neck stood on end as a chill ran down my spine. My hands trembled as I turned the key in the ignition, the engine roaring to life. As I drove closer to the house, a sense of foreboding washed over me. The porch creaked with each step as the man led me inside, his footsteps disturbing the dust that had settled long ago. The interior of the house was as desolate as the road I had traveled. Cobwebs draped the walls,